Hello everyone, welcome back to the Artisan of Glimmith. We made pretty good progress over here. I mean, we did a few puzzles, and we did silver this, and yeah, it was pretty good. But I think there's also so I've mentioned there's I have a slight complaint about the overworld of this game in that it kind of feels unstructured. It's like everything's just randomly all over the place. There's sometimes things like this where these are probably connected in some way, and these were similar to each other in some way, etc. But it doesn't feel like I'm unlocking my way through the world, other than the fog that happens. But it's just a bit, overall, it's fairly unstructured. And then in addition to that, because you make a load of progress going forwards, and you solve a bunch of puzzles, and then you silver the window, and it unlocks a bunch more. There's just a bunch of random puzzles strewn about back here that you have to go back to, and it has a kind of feeling of oh, I'm on a treadmill, where I feel like I've made loads of progress forwards, but then it's oh no, look, there's a lot of stuff back here again. It's whereas that would feel it's just a weird psychological thing, but that would feel completely different if actually solving those things unlock the door over here, and then it went through to another area that suddenly had more puzzles in it. That would feel more forward progress, except rather than in this case where it's oh, okay, I've got to go back and do all these. Yeah. Anyway, last time we said we're gonna try this 6 and see what's going on over here. Hopefully there aren't any other puzzles except these, whatever they are. So let's see what's going on. Is this everything? It's a lot of things, at least. It's unrelated to what we've just been doing. Shape bank all regions between one of these shapes. 2, 3, 4, or 6. Okay. Mingle shape. Neighboring regions must have different neighboring regions. Okay. Palisade. Yep. Difference. Difference between the areas of the regions. Okay. Well, up here, are we not fully constrained? Yeah, we are. Is this meant to look like something? I don't know. Yeah, it's not possible to break you up. Oh, no, it is possible to break you up. But if we did, we'd have two shapes next to each other that are the same. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Same true here. Yeah, we could break you up into 2 3s, but again, it would be too many... Sorry, two things next to each other that are the same. This at least comes out to here. It has to go left, otherwise we've got a 2 in here. So it has to be at least that, but that's not one of the shapes. So I've messed up already somehow. Wait, what? I think. Yep, I've somehow messed up already. How is that possible? You can't be single. You've got to be one of these, so you have to at least be this. And same for you. Oh, okay, there we go. That can just be that, and then this can continue. Alright. This can't go down? That's not one of the shapes? No. So this is at least this. That may stop where it is. This at least comes to here. Maybe we should be doing some stuff down here. That has to go through there. Okay, cool. That has to at least go to there. So those are separate. You may be an L shape still. That's all you could be. In fact, that's all you could be, so you are an L shape, right? Yes. Yes. Okay. This at least goes to there. Oh, you do this. So you're gonna be this thing. We can't, so that cuts off that. We can't leave this empty because then there'd be a 2 here and a 2 here. So that's you. And so you're that. Okay. This has to at least come to here, and that is a shape, that's fine. That at least comes to here. That at least comes to here. It could go into you. Or it could not go into you. It could go down here. Oh, we got another one here. So that does stop there, at the very least. It could connect to this. These could be in the same thing. We don't have solitude. It's interesting that we do have palisades in this corner and the different stuff in this corner. That can't connect upwards, so that's that at least. It's not going to connect to this. We don't have any shapes that are 4 long, so I can just automatically cut off 4 long bits. So that's true here and here. So this is going to be an L shape. This can't come here. It could come here, but it can't get to here. So this is going to go there? Not necessarily. This could go there. Yeah, this could be a 3 and a 3. Oh, can I say anything about this now? Not exactly. Oh, we know you now. So that's true. And it can't go there. But, is that true? Can that not go there? I think that's true. So I'm saying there's never a Z shape in any of these. There is a Z shape there, though. So yeah, no, I can't ever just say... I think it's only if I can't go here as well, which I think is what I was applying previously. So there can be Z shapes, but only if I can also go there. However, it would cause problems with you, so it's not going to be that. Right? Yeah, that would definitely cause problems with you. So I think we don't go there. Okay. That means this is either just this or it's an L shape, I believe. Okay. You could still belong to this or not. If you were part of this, what would that do to other things? That would make you that, that's fine. That would make you that, that's fine, except 3, 2, that would all be fine actually. Is there something else I can be doing right now? Maybe. Like probably something I can be doing over here. So differences between shapes, I guess, is going to be interesting. So this is at least this. So we need a shape that has a 1 thing away from it and a 4 thing away from it. Well, we do have a 4 away from 2. In fact, is that the only 4 away from something? Yes, because like 4 is the biggest difference between any of them. Yes, okay. So either this is... Oh, in fact, and this doesn't have a 1 away from it, so this is just a 2. This is going to be a 3, so U. And this is going to be a 6, so U. Okay. So like only one way to fit that in here. Probably, maybe, I reckon it's like that, but I don't know for certain. You're a 3. Is this similar? Is there only one that has like 3 and 2 away from it? You've got 3 away from you and no 2 away from you, but you've got 3 away from you and 2 away from you. I think, yeah, so this has to be also a 6. So these two, I think, are kind of forced to be the same shape. Is that definitely true? I'm like 99% certain that's true. Yes. There's no way it's like getting over here. They're kind of 3 by 3. If you're 3 by 3, then you're taking up that space. Okay, so yeah, those are the same. So if those are the same, well, you're either taking up that space or that space. Like 3 by 3 squares here. That's the only 2 ways that could go. If it's over here, we'd want to not cut that out. Like only one of the corners is filled in, and it would be this corner. So that would be left by itself, which wouldn't be good. Okay, so therefore, we're filling this 3 by 3, which means this is not the corner, that's the corner that's getting filled in, it's this. I think. I hope. So then 2 away from a 6 is the 4, so the L shape, and 3 away is the 3. That makes this a 4 or a 2. It can't be the 4 because there's no 4 away from a 4, so it's a 2. Okay. So then this is a 3, and we need that anyway. I could write these things on, I guess. 3. There's more I can write on. This is a 4. It's like a bit too small on the screen to be writing. That makes this a 2 away from a 2 or 4. So that makes that a 6 or a 2. 2 away from a, sorry, 4 away from a 2 though is 6 for sure. This is 3. Okay. This has to come out this way. This could still work, that would be fine. Could that be part of you? No. I think, because I have to go down here. But that would have to be the missing, oh, there's 3 missing bits. What are we saying? If we connect to you, you're one of the missing corners of the 3x3. Yes. So, that's a missing corner as well. Well, then we'd have to connect to the 3, so that wouldn't work. So you definitely can't be connected. Yes. I hope. These can still be connected. These could be both 6, but you could still be a 2. Whew. It's not too complicated. It's just like a lot to work with. Do we get some interaction between these 2 corners now, like the palisades and the difference? Like if this is like this, well then... well then what? If that's like that, well, it's not connecting to here, so that would be a border. That would be a border, of course. So then this thing down here would, I mean, it could be just a 3 as it is currently, but then what would this do? Be a 2 and a 3, yeah, that all works. Okay. Okay, and all this middle bit with no clues is going to get resolved somehow. Sure it is. Have I been using mingle shape enough? Maybe not. Wait, but I mean... Can that... I mean, I guess it can help in some places, but in most cases, like I already know it's going to be a different shape because like the differences over here force it to be a different shape. And over here, maybe I could have been using it over here. I guess we know this is going to be an L shape, so this can't be an L shape. Ah, so that does give us, this is just this. There we go, okay, mingle shape. That's important. Right, so it would have had to have been that. Can't be an L shape, so it would have to be either 3 or this, and that wouldn't fit. Yeah, 3x3 there, no way. Okay, that's useful. You're a 2, you're a 2, you're a 4, you're a 2, you're a 3. Threes again, so like once again, doesn't that have to be a 3 and a 6? Yes, it does have to be a 3 and a 6, but can I say for sure which way it would be? I think so, because if this were a 6, what's the 3x3 block it's taking? Oh, well, definitely not that. Definitely not that. Definitely not that. So this is a 3. This is a 6. I think that's true. And that's a 6. I think that's pretty constrained. We can't have it sticking out here. I think it has to be specifically this. Does that work out though? You're a 4? Not with you. Uh-oh. Is there another way that 6 can go? No. No. No, you have to be the filled in corner. You can be that. But then what do we do with this space? It can't be this. Uh-oh. Or is there another way this can work? Oh, yes there is, like that. Okay, so I think it's that. I think I just didn't see that option. Okay, that's fine then. I guess. Is that fine? Since these are two threes and there's only one 3 shape, they have to be the same 3 shape. Do you go that way or do you go that way? Is the next question. I know those are the same. I can keep that in mind. This is a 3 as well, so it has to be that specifically. Yep. You at least have to be that. You could be a 4 like this, maybe. Oh, in fact, you can't go this way because that's a 3. So you are like that. You must go to here. You're going to be a 4. But you could be this. But then this would have to be 2 2s next to each, so you're this. And those 2s are separated. Okay. You're going to be a 2. You're going to be a 4, apparently. Yeah. Is that right? Two different, yeah, 4. Okay. That means you're going to be an L shape. You could go upwards. You could go to this. You can't go to that side. So you're at least this. Golly gosh. So you're a 4. That makes you a 6 or a 2. Okay. Can we use any... So this can't... If this goes up, it's going to have to be the L shape. But then be a 4. We need 3 away from the 4. And we don't have that. So you don't go up. Okay. It's something. Do you go to the left? If you do go to the left, you could be a 3. But then there's no 2 away from a 3. So you'd have to be an L shape. But then this is an L shape. So you must stop right now, I think. I hope that was correct. Okay. I figure out you yet. If you're this way, or let's do it this other direction. If you're this way, then this is true, this is true. You would have to be an L shape. There's only one thing that has a 3 long, well, 3 long in it with borders on both sides of the middle bit. Yes. So it has to be an L shape. Either sticking this way, which is fine for you, or this way. Oh, interesting with you. That means... Okay, so those both have to be L shapes. They'll be next to each other. But they... Oh, no, they can be not next to each other. If one of them goes vertical, though, they will be next to each other. They can't extend to this space or this space. Because if they do, they inevitably will be next to you either way around. This is they both have to be L shapes. Yes, okay, so these both must go horizontal. I think that was a good deduction. I think. So this must go at least to here, so you definitely don't go down. You're definitely not going to here, so you must be the 2, and that's the 3 done. Cool. That was good. I think. I hope. So you're a 6 still. Well, you're not a 6 in this 3x3 space, so you're a 6 in this 3x3 space. Which means this has to be one of the empty corners. So then we're left with either this being the filled one. Well, it does mean that this is a 6, okay. And specifically it's the same 6, okay. So this is true. This is which one do we fill? Is the next question. And you're going to be a 4, so you're going to be an L shape, so you have to be this now. Because you can't go that way. That means this has to be part of this, so you're done. Okay. So this is either a 2 or a 6. Are you going to have to be part of this? No, you could be a 2. That would be fine. Three. So we know we've got a 6 and a 3. I can see where a 6 could fit over here. Is there a side of 3 can't go? Oh, in fact, it can't be 6 over here because this is a 6. So this is a 3 over here. And I think it would have to go into that space. No, because it could be a 3 sticking out this way. But if it did, this couldn't be a 6. So it doesn't stick out to there. It also can't just go there. So, it can't go that way. So it has to go there this way, I think. You're a 6. You could also be a 6. They could be the same 6. Okay. But you could also just be a 2. And then this is a 6 like that, for example. What now? Can I resolve this yet? These can't be the same. So border in there. So you're either going that way or that way. If you go this way, you could just be a 2. If you were a 2 though, what would that do to you? That would mean this is a border. So then either that and not that, which doesn't work, or that. I guess that's fine. That'll make you this shape. But then you have to be joining you. That also all works. Yep. And then we do something over here like an L shape and an L shape and a 2. That probably is the answer, maybe. Let's say you go up. Then you have to be at least a 3 and at most a 3. So you'd go like this. You could still be a 2. 2L. Fill that in. L2. Yeah, something else is going to disambiguate this later. I don't think I can do it quite now. Like we're going to bring this frontier down this direction, and it's going to affect this, I guess. Or maybe there is a way of doing it using mingle shape is the thing I keep forgetting. I guess. Is it? I think it is. Like if you, yeah, okay. So once again, this can't stick up here. Oh yeah, okay, here we go. This can't stick up this way because it would be next to this L shape, which is going to be an L shape. So this has to go this way. All right, that's you. And this can't go down. So this is at least this, and at most that. Okay. Okay, so then who are you going to be part of? I mean, you could be part of the L shape. Or you could be part of this, so then this would be the L shape. Yeah, mingle shape is the one I keep forgetting. Okay. Next. Oh, well, there are a bunch of situations. Didn't I say that if this goes like this, then this has to be a 2? No. I could go there, that could go there, then it'd be that L shape. That would be fine. Wasn't there a situation where that had to be a 2? If this goes this way? No. I was just thinking because that's a 2. So we know this at least isn't a 2. And we know it's not a 4. So we know it's a 3. Just exactly which direction it goes is the question. If you go up, that's a border, that's a border. That's 2, that's fine, you're an L. That means this. That means that. I think this is all okay, so it doesn't really help me that much. You'd be a 2, which would be fine. You'd be an L, like that. Yeah, it's all kind of fine. Which, okay, let's go the other direction. 3 this way. This is definitely bifurcation, but whatever. Oh, then that would be a 3. Oh, so that's it. Right. Yes. Okay, so the bifurcation just helped me find the thing. So like if this is like this, which is one of the 2 ways it could be, then this is definitely a 3, and then this can't be a 2, and it could only be a 3 that way. Okay, so it's not like that. You are part of this. That's that one done. You go there. You must go there. You're a 3 done. You're a 2. Then this must go here. You're done as well. So that way you're a 2. Okay. That is good. This doesn't necessarily have to connect to this right now. So actually I was wrong. I didn't bring this down here to finish off this bit. You must go either that way or that way. Okay, so there is something interesting here. If this, because this can't be a 2, so it has to go up or down at some point. If you go upwards, well then you'd make 2 3s, unless you become a 4, but then you're touching this 4. So regardless of, if you go up, there's a contradiction regardless of how far you go up, so you have to go down, I believe. But I still don't know whether you're a 3 or a 4. But depending on what you are, determines what this is, I think. Okay, what's next? Could this be a 3? Yes. Oh, this can't go there and turn because that would be next to a 4 here. So it has to go down. It has to be a 3. Oh, it could be a 2. It could still be a 2. Okay. But it does mean that that's a border, right? Because it doesn't go in there, so yes. Because if it did go in there, it would necessarily be, yeah, it would necessarily be an L, and then it's next to an L. So then that's true. In some direction. You can be a 2 right now. You can also be a 3. That does mean that this and this aren't connecting, but okay. We have a long path down here that's going to need filling in with not just 2s. This could be a 2 and a 6 over here still, that'd be fine. Hope I haven't made a mistake anywhere. I really hope I haven't made a mistake anywhere. Maybe there's more I can work out up here. Maybe. It doesn't seem super constrained though, so maybe not. I reckon this bit is resolvable in some way. If you keep going, you're necessarily an L shape at that point, in which case you'd be next to this L shape, so you don't keep going. Okay, cool. So then you're either a 2, which you could still be, or you're a 3. If you're a 3, you come down to here, that cuts that off. That makes you at least this. So you'd have to be an L shape, or a 6. You could be a 6 still at that point. Which would be fine. Okay. If that stops there, then this goes here. Can't connect this, can it? Ooh, that would make this a 6, and there'd be too many spaces missing from the edges, so it can't go up. So that'd be that. So I'd have to stop there as a 2. And then that'd be two there. That would be 2 2s next to each other. So this goes, so get rid of everything. So that has to go down. So that stops there. Okay. This could be a 2 here. Or this could come down. If this comes down, then... too many options, I think. This is exhausting. So we know this is a 6. Is that, can we figure out exactly how it goes? I don't think so. There's quite a few ways that could go. Although it would leave a 2 here, but that's also fine. I mean, okay, in terms of 3x3 spaces it can cover, it's either this or this. But both of those are feasible. As long as we don't leave a single space over here. So in this circumstance, the options are, well, here's a missing one. You could still be missing. That can't be a missing one because it would leave a 1 by itself. So that would have to be filled in. So it'd have to be this particular shape. If it's there. And this would be a 2 here. Okay. So if it's in that position, it's that particular thing. If it's in this position, then... well, this has to be filled in. So then that fully determines the thing, right? It has to be this. Well, it has to be specifically... what am I doing? Let's draw it like this again. That leaves a 3 there, which doesn't work. Okay, cool. There we go. Almost cleared it again. So it has to be this. Because you have to be the filled in position. So you're a 2. You're coming out this way. Okay, now what? You can be a 2. You could be a 3 down to here. You could be many things. I really hope I've not made mistakes. Oh, you can't be an L shape. Because that's an L shape. Okay, so you're just a 3. Okay. That was easy. So you're not a 3, you're an L shape. Okay. I think I could have made progress there ages ago. You're a 2 at least. If you're a 2, you're not a 2. What's going on up in this space? This can't be an L. Could be a 3, but not really. No, it can't be a 3 because it leaves a space here and it can't go next to this 3. So you're not an L, you're not a 3. Could you be a 2? Could you be a 6? You can't be a 6 because there's not enough space and there's 3x3, so you are a 2. Going that way or that way. If you're a 2 going this way, then this would have to be an L shape, which it can't be. So you're a 2 going that way. I hope. This is probably going to end up being a 6. So you can't be a 2. You can't be a 3. Unless you go that way, but then you leave a space. You can't be a 4 because you're already next to a 4, so you are a 6. And the only way to put you in is like this. Yep. Cool. You either are going to be a 2 or an L shape. You can't be an L shape, so you're a 2. You can't be a 2, so you must turn at least to here. You can't be an L shape. You're not going to be a 6, so you're a 3. You're at least 2, but you're not just a 2. You could join this. These could be the same region. Or you could be a 3. Or you could be an L shape. Oh, you can't be a 3. Can't be a 2, can't be a 3, can't be a 6. So you are an L shape. In which direction? Either like this. Not like that, because that leaves a single space by itself. Or you're just part of this. Is there any issue with this? With the 2 there? I don't think so. Is there any issue with you joining? I don't think so. Okay. So we're not going to put a border in there yet. What next? We're almost there. We are almost there. Wait, hold on. If this is an L shape, like... Oh no, I've already said it can't be an L shape that way. I was going to say because that would make that a 3, and there's a 3 there, but it doesn't matter anyway because it can't be that L shape because of this space. So, I mean, I guess I know you're a 4. And you don't go there. So this must come out. Yep. And you can't be a 2, so you must be... You can't be a 2, you can't be a 4. So you're either a 3 or a 6. 6 could fit still. Could it? Yes, it could still fit. Yep. What were the options? 3 or a 6, or you're a 3. If you're a 3, let's say you turn this way, or this way. You can't turn that way as a 3. In fact, even as a 6, you can't turn that way. Because it would leave this space by itself. So I think this can't go that way. Is that true? Hold on, let me think about that again. If that goes that way, and we know you're not a 2 or a 4, you're a 3 or a 6, well, it's not going to be a 6 over to here, so it would have to be a 3. So it would be done, and then you'd have this space have to go to you, but then this couldn't be a 4 anymore. So yes, that can't go that way. Does that help me with this section? Not massively. Maybe. So again, you're a 3 or a 6. Oh, maybe you can't be a 6 now because of that. That would have to be one of the sticky out bits. So there has to be a sticky out bit here. Yeah, these both have to be filled in. So you're not a 6, you're a 3. If you're a 3, then you're going that way. Okay, that's 3 done, I think. I hope. This could still be a 2. Or it can continue and be a 4. It can't be a 4. It can't be a 6. It can't be a 3. It's because it's already next to all of those. So it is a 2. Since you're a 2, you're not a 2. You go down that way. You're definitely not joining this. You're definitely not going that way. You're a 3. So you are like this. This is all correct. I don't know. You're not a 3. You're also not a 4, so you're a 6. And I think that can only work one way, like this. You at least come to here. You could be a 3. You can't be a 4 or 6. You could be a 2. 2 or a 3 is fine. Here, 3 and 6 are not fine, so 2 and 4 are fine. You can't be a 4 that way, so if you're going to be a 4, you just go this way down, but you'd be touching that 4 up, and you'd be touching that 4. So you are not a 4, you are a 2, because you can't be a 3 and a 6. Okay, I hope that's true. Imagine something goes wrong now. Please no. Please no. So that could still be a 4 down like that, right? So options are 4 like that, 2 here. That means this is not a 2 or a 4. Could be a 3 and a 2. I think that works. Could be a 2. Can't be a 2. It's definitely not going to be a 6. Okay, so I think that's the answer. Okay, so if this goes this way, what's the problem? You would have to be, you can't be a 2, you can't be a 3, you can't be a 4. Yeah, okay, so that's not that. That is cut off. You're that 4. You're a 3. Why can't this be a 3 and that 2? Yeah, because that's to be a 3. Yay! Complete the final puzzle in the castle area. Journey's end. What the heck does this mean? What are you? Oh, are these the ones that have like text on them? Yes, okay. I forgot that was a thing. Great Artisan of Glimmith, your skill shines through every pane of glass you've touched. Furthermore, I have delivered a collection of weighty designs across these lands and laid them atop crimson plinths. Okay, uh-oh. Should you rise to that challenge, you will have Glimmith's unwavering regard. With gratitude, Elias Vidimus. Are you saying there are 8 now? Oh my gosh. What? I mean, I guess they're not 8s though. There's just more. There's that treadmill again. Now the treadmill takes me all the way back here. I guess. I guess they're all like 5 or more, seemingly. No, not. Okay, it's just more. It's just more. Yeah, I think that is something that I would like. I'd be critical of this game about. Like, it's a bit like, oh, it's just more. More. I think that just gets tiring and exhausting. Wait, so hold on. 25 of 66. Is that hidden puzzles? Wait, so you're telling me I haven't done any? There are 28 areas, like 28 windows, and there's oh no, because it will include the crimson ones. That's the thing. So it'll be hidden plus crimson. Okay, let's see what these say. Well done, Artisan. Across all of Glimmith, your restoration progress is okay. I see. Okay, we have a lot of gold here, but we want to make them crimson. Yeah, understood. Great Artisan of Glimmith, the Isle ahead has the most difficult restorations of any. They are yours, should you wish to attempt them. Once you have fully completed 10 areas, the way forward shall open. There's a newly imbued with an enchantment that will reveal any artworks I've hidden too well. What? I don't understand what that means at all. They're imbued with an enchantment that will reveal any artworks I've hidden too well. I've hidden too well. Are you suggesting that there'll be something that I can solve that will reveal like hidden Easter egg, like like when a puzzle has like a hidden image in it or something? Maybe, but that's this island, and that only unlocks if I fully complete. What does fully complete mean? 10 areas. I don't know. But then we also have this, which it starts with wands. Should we see what that means? It's just more. I guess. Let's see if we can do it. So you're a 5, okay. Right. That's difference, right? Area number, okay. Difference 3, and this has to be less than you, so 2. And this is difference 2, but it has to be less than you, so 3. This is difference 3 and has to be greater than this, so 8. And this is difference 2 and has to be greater than this, is 7. So those end up adding up. They probably do. 20. Yeah, they do. Okay, cool. And there's only one way they can go, I guess, somehow. You're 2. Well, then the 8 would have to go off the 3, so you're going to have to be like this. The 7's going to come down here. That's 5. Those. Cool. Cool. I bet that doesn't really compare to a 1 at the start of the game. Maybe, I don't know. What is this section about? Is it just yeah, maybe it's just more. Just more. It is just more, I think. Now let me go and see, just to try and understand what's going on here. There's a lot of game left. Oh my gosh. I'll do it, but... Oh, hello. There's one in the ship. There's a 3 in the ship. Is there anything? There's probably not anything less than 3 in the crimsons. Let's do this then and see what it's like. Shape bank, just you. Okay. Okay. What does that mean? Okay, so we have the situation here where this can't be the sticky out bit of the thing because it leaves spaces that then can't be filled in. So, and same on, no, not necessarily the same on this side, it's different. So you're this, sticking out there or there. Okay. I mean, do we have a similar-ish situation here? If we do this, no, that can be like that. Do this. It at least can't do that. Which does mean this is going up. But is it connecting down here or up here? Is I think the question. Hold on. Or down here. I think regardless, that is part of it. If this connects to here though, we have a problem with you. Yeah, we definitely have a problem with you. So it definitely isn't here. Definitely isn't here. It could be there. Yep. Adorn your first window with jewels. Where even is my first window? This one. I see this. There's 11 now. Oh, okay. So I just had one puzzle to do that. Okay, that does like it's a nice way of teaching me. Tab show hidden puzzles. What do you mean? Hide hidden puzzles. It's not doing anything. Were there no hidden puzzles? Oh, it's just okay. It's I guess marking ones that I haven't done in general, but like in a way that makes them more noticeable. Aha! So there is a puzzle there that would have been a normal hidden puzzle, but I just couldn't see it. Okay, understood. Which is probably what I'll do because I don't just want to search everywhere until I found every hidden puzzle. Oh boy. I mean, I know it's a long game. I knew, like, it's not like it's suddenly extended the length of the game for me. I know roughly how many puzzles there are in the game. I think it's between. Is it? I think it's over 1,200, but not over 1,300. I'm not sure though. It could be over 1,300. It's in that kind of area though. I think. Maybe. What we do next is we go back to the start as we just did and move forwards. And we just keep like going along, doing a bunch of puzzles, then go back again. Go along, do a bunch of puzzles, then go back again. I guess that's the plan. To at least keep like a bunch of variety going. Okay. All right. Oh, and they're going to take forever because they're all like... Well, they're not all difficult. Oh, gosh. Is there a gimmick to this thing at the end, the spiral? Let's just see what the next one looks like. It's just a mix of stuff, I guess. It's just more. This will say 1 out of 28 now. Yeah, okay, good. So I have understood how that works. So once 10 are done here, this will open with even more puzzles. Okay, see you next time, folks. And we'll start our super fast treadmill situation, I guess. All right, goodbye.